Afternoon everybody. Today we have on the menu fillet steak with a pepper sauce, and I'll show you how to make a really simple pepper sauce just using Bisto gravy granules, bit of fresh cream and peppercorns, but it's dead simple. Then I'll be doing potato nests, which are just basically mashed potato piped into a nest shape, and then you put some cheddar cheese in the middle, which melts and mixes in with the potato. And potato nests look quite nice anyway, just as a decoration. Then I'll be doing carrots and cheese with chervil, which is a sort of aniseedy herb. And if you don't do anything else, following what I'm going to show you, try the carrots and cheese. It is dead simple, but it's really tasty. Carrots and cheese go together, and seriously, give it a go. And then finally I'm going to do stuffed mushrooms. So I'll take you through it. Right, that's the cherry tomatoes. Took about 8 minutes or so. So you're just cooking them through and then just let them cool down, and then we'll put them in the stuffed mushroom. So as well as the cherry tomatoes, which are roasted, I've got some red pepper, which I've just put into strips, along with onion, again just in strips, and then some diced garlic. So we're going to just fry these 3 ingredients off to soften them, and then they'll go in the stuffed mushrooms with the tomatoes. Right, so what I've got here is a pan which I'm going to put a knob of butter in, and just heat this up. And this is for the stuffed mushrooms. So what you do is you get your onions and your pepper. Just leave the garlic out for a second. So you're just basically softening the onions and the peppers, and then once they started to soften, we'll add the garlic. Right, that's about 4 or 5 minutes. I'm just going to add the chopped garlic. Give it another couple of minutes. Right, so that's the onions, peppers and garlic all softened. So we'll let that cool down, and then we will start to put the stuffed mushrooms together. Right, here we go. This is how we do the stuffed mushroom. So we have 1 mushroom there. First of all, get some of the pepper, onion and garlic mixture and just spread it around. There we go, on the bottom. And we get 4, they're called cherry tomatoes, space them around as well. And then over the top we have some lovely grated Parmesan cheese. So that's ready now. So effectively all that I need to do is put that in the oven for about 12 to 15 minutes, which I'll do. So you've done all your, I know I keep going on about this, but you've done your preparation. So that's made. I'll do another one, because obviously one's for Kim and one's for me. And then I'll show you how to cook them tonight when I do the full meal. So, boil the carrots, 10 minutes, and then they're in cold water, just cooling down. And once they've cooled down, I'll shred them. And I've got the potatoes, which I've just drained, and I'm going to mash those. And then I'll show you how to pipe the potato nests. So all I'm going to do with the potatoes is put some salt in, a little bit of pepper, and some butter to make a mashed potato. Right, here I've got a piping bag with a star nozzle piping tube in it. I'm just going to put some of my mashed potato that I've made into the bag. Now this is how you make potato nests. So first of all, do the base. So basically, don't go too fast, just do nice circles and build up a base. There we go. Once you've got the base, you then do the sides. So don't rush, just nice and easy, and then just build up the sides, leaving a gap in the middle, because in that little hole there we're going to be putting some cheddar cheese just to add some flavour to it. So I'll just do another one. Quite straightforward these. There you go. So that's how you do a potato nest. There we go. And all I've got here is a cube, well it's not a cube, it's a triangle, but a piece of cheddar cheese. Try and get the best quality you can because obviously it's a flavour that counts. So all I'm going to do is put that in the middle, and when we cook these later, that cheese will melt and add to the flavour. Right, so now it's the carrots and cheese. So don't forget, before add, just move that out of the way, well it's one carrot split in two, but they've been cooked for 10 minutes and then cooled, and then you want 1/3 of the size or amount of cheese. So 2 parts carrot, 1 part cheddar cheese, and what I'm going to do is grate these and then mix them together. Right, as you can see, I've got 2 piles. I've got 1 pile of grated carrot and 1 pile of grated cheddar cheese. So what we're going to need to do now is put these into a bowl, combine them together, add some salt and pepper and some chervil, and then that needs to go in a buttered oven-proof dish. So I'm just going to mix these together, which is, I'm not going to bore you with watching that, and then I'll show you what the result is. Right, so that's the carrot, cheese, chervil, salt and pepper just mixed together. And you can either do that by hand. I mean, chefs just put their hands in, and as long as they're clean, that's fine, or you can use a spoon. But basically, you're mixing it together, that's what you end up with. And then, because that's cold, you're gonna, again, preparation, you're gonna cook this for about 15 minutes, just in the oven, and so it's pretty much ready. So, and when you cook it, you need to cover it with foil. So, get some foil, and then you need, I don't know if you know how to do this, you need to pinch it around. And as you pinch it, it makes a seal, so that when you cook it, the steam will be kept inside, it will cook quicker. So there you go, so it's like a drum. That's quite taut. So that's that. That's another thing that's ready. So I've got my potato nests, which go in for about 20 minutes. I've got my carrot and cheese, which goes in 15 minutes in the oven, and I've got my stuffed mushrooms, which will go in between 12 and 15 minutes. So all I really need to do is, because I'm just heating stuff up, aren't I really? So all I've got to really do is cook the steak and make the sauce, and it just cuts down on the the things that you have to do when you're in a rush trying to do a dinner party. So it's all about preparation. Right, I'm going to show you how to make a simple peppercorn sauce. So, first of all, get some Bisto. Can you see that? This is just Bisto beef gravy granules. Put some into a little jug like that, and then just add some cold water, because you need to make a little paste, because if you don't make a paste, it sometimes goes into lumps. So I'm sure you all know this. This is pretty basic stuff, this, but hey ho. Right, so you then end up with your little slurry, and then what you need to do is add your hot water. And what you need to be doing is making it a gravy, but leaving it just a little bit thicker than you would normally do, because what we're going to do is add cream to this. So there you go. All that is your Bisto gravy granules made into a little gravy, and I'll show you what to do with that later to make a peppercorn sauce. Right, so to recap, we have underneath the foil carrot and cheese, which has been grated, mixed together, and a bit of salt and pepper and some chervil herb. And then we have 2 stuffed mushrooms with tomato, pepper, onion and garlic, with some Parmesan cheese grated over the top. And then we have some potato nests, which is potato just made into a nest shape with cheddar cheese in the middle. And then over here we have 2 pieces of fillet steak, Now the important thing about fillet steak when you're going to cook it in a pan is you don't put the oil in the pan, you put the oil on the steak. So what I've done here is I've got the steak and I've got some, I don't know if you can see it or not, some olive oil, just see it around the edge of it, and you just turn the steak over, cover it in the olive oil, and then that will go into a pan. And you know, it depends on how you like your steak as how long you're going to cook it, but as I say, the important thing is you do not put the oil in the pan and add the steak to it. You put the oil on the steak and then put it in the pan. The other thing while I'm thinking about it is you don't take steak out of the fridge and put it straight into a frying pan, because it tenses it up. So what you need to do is take your meat out, leave it out of the fridge for about half an hour so it gets to room temperature, and then it won't be such a trauma for the steak when it hits the pan. Sounds daft, but it does actually work and it will taste different. So always take your meat out of the fridge. Right, so remember what I said, that's just the gravy granules mixed into a little gravy. I'm going to add some peppercorns, quite a few because it's a peppercorn sauce. See that? See how many peppercorns are in there? Quite a few. And some lovely double cream. This is the simplest sauce you will ever have. Simplest way of making peppercorn sauce. Look at that. There we go. That's it. So all you do is heat it up, and once that's heated up, that is a peppercorn sauce. How simple is that? Right, so in the oven I have got the potato nests, which will go in for between 22 and 25 minutes. And then underneath, just about see that, you've got your, in fact that's so much better. You've got your mushrooms, oh, there we go, that's going to steam everything up, and you've got your carrots and cheese. And it's just dead simple, isn't it? How simple is that? Right, so, pan's hot, don't forget, get the meat, cover it in olive oil, and then into said pan. And we cook, I mean I like mine medium, Kim likes hers rare, which is why I put mine in first. Mine will take about probably 8 to 10 minutes, and Kim's will probably take 5 to 7. But basically you cook your steak to whatever you prefer it. And then again, the important thing with steak is to let it rest after it's cooked so that it doesn't leach. Peppercorn sauce is lovely, that's just heating up, reducing a little bit, and I've just added Kim's steak. So mine within 2 or 3 minutes before Kim's. So that's the tea. So potato nests, stuffed mushroom, carrots and cheese, and a lovely fillet steak, and a lovely peppercorn sauce to put over the steak. How nice is that? All right, enjoy.